Is it on? We going? Okay, so this is a working title thing, right? Don't say it, Bradley. Don't say it.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have a title or a logo.
Not
because
yet.
I'm lazy and I didn't doodle one like I said I was going to do.
So basically, welcome to Working Title Podcast.
Yay! Bradley, introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah. My name is Bradley.
I'm Hunter, and I'm a video maker, I guess. Cinematographer.
You're a guy.
I'm an actor.
I'm Blaine, and I do stuff. I guess I breathe. That's my favorite hobby.
That's nice.
Breathing is
It
my
works.
favorite hobby. And so this is a thing where we're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about good ones, bad ones, ones that people like, ones people don't like, and then absolute garbage fires.
Like what?
Have you ever heard of the movie called The Bye Bye Man?
No.
Don't watch that movie. Not even for a joke, people.
What about The Room? I heard that was actually a really good movie.
That's a really good movie.
It's not.
It's great. Who wants to watch Miami Connection? Miami Connection. A movie that's all about violence. And then at the end says, through the elimination of violence, can we achieve peace?
Sounds like the Joker.
Okay, we got way too off track. So we're gonna talk about two things today. We're gonna talk about two cult classics, which if you're a simpleton and you don't know what those mean, they're movies that didn't do so hot when they first came out, and then people were like, "This is cool," and then it developed like a cult, like Charles Manson or David Koresh.
Or, oh yeah.
That's not a cult,
That's
Bradley.
Kool-Aid. Yeah,
That's a
Kool-Aid Man.
That's
Yeah.
it. You're talking about where the guy was just like, "Hey, let's drink Kool-Aid," and they all died.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
was a cult.
we're talking about first. We're gonna talk about Scott Pilgrim.
Versus the world.
Yes, that's what he versus. It's actually versus. It's not like V. Like
Sure.
Batman v Superman. Because Zack Snyder's too edgy for a versus. You can't add an extra
Technically, it's like supposed to be like a political thing. So like the V is supposed to represent like,
vendetta.
I guess.
V for vendetta.
It's supposed to be like a battle between like politics and like the actual like image of the two people.
All I got was a meme of Ben Affleck looking sad, and we laid
Is that-
Simon and Garfunkel tracks over it.
And now Jacob's gonna be. No.
So I guess we could give a description of Scott Pilgrim. It stars Michael Cera as the role that he was technically legally born to play, as he's just a slacker, and he meets a girl who's hot.
Well, he meets like this one little Asian girl who he ends
First.
up kind of liking, and they
Well, no, he's
started-
he's like
started dating.
is that Kev's just like his bandmate. He's in a band. What's the band's name, Bradley?
Sex bomb.
Yeah, they shout it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the music's pretty good in this movie. I like it. Well, it's pretty good.
It's not bad.
We're getting off track. And basically he finds the girl of his dreams named Ramona, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and she's like, "If you want to date me, you gotta fight my 7 evil exes," which is 6
Honestly,
dudes.
that's the weirdest idea. Like, if you want to date me, you gotta fight like to the death all my exes. And then like it just turns into like a whole superhuman battle between a bunch of guys who broke up with her.
And
Well,
still needed to
the
fight.
twins she dated, they'd have zero backstory. They don't even say anything.
They're just DJs.
They're just DJs who say nothing. They have the least character development. They're just
they're DJs that can form a dragon.
yeah, a 2-headed serpent thingy. But yeah, and she dated 6 other guys and 1 chick. Because he keeps going your 7 evil ex-boyfriends. She's like 7 evil exes. Why do you keep saying 7 exes? But Bradley, what do you think of this movie?
Well, I don't know why I didn't watch it sooner.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my thoughts on it was was interesting.
Just
It's just the. Have you seen a girl who looks like this? It's just a
yes, that's like my
round
favorite
face.
visual gag. He's just at a party and there's the guy there, Como, I think is what his name is, and
He
he's
knows
just like,
everything.
hey, you know everybody, right? Yeah, I know everybody. What about it? He's just like there, and he's just like, you know, a girl with hair that looks like this, and it's just a really crude drawing.
That reminds me of the report on KY3. It's like we're looking for a guy like this, and it's just a circular face like Charlie Brown hair.
Oh, that's right.
And then I can't remember whoever the anchor guy's name is, but his paws. He was just.
Oh yes, I remember that. It's just
then-
like we're looking for a guy
and
like this.
then
He's like,
as he's speaking of that, he then gets word. They have now arrested
Oh my
the
goodness.
guy.
It worked.
Yeah,
it worked. It's not me.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Overall, I like the. I like how it kind of stayed true to its like. Was it a comic book or a graphic?
it was a
novel?
graphic novel.
I've never read.
I've never read it either. What'd you think of the vegan police?
That was.
Because one of the
We need that.
ex-boyfriends is a vegan, and apparently being vegan gives you psychic powers, and you get 3 strikes. And
It's
he's
not
on his-
true. Eat your meat, kids.
Eat your meat,
Protein.
kids.
Yes.
Remember, steak is
Yeah.
great bloody.
There's a House episode that touches on that.
Oh yeah. But I guess I can go next. I really like this movie. I'd actually say it's probably my favorite movie next to Drive. And Haley, you know, this movie isn't about pilgrims. Cause my coworker, she's like, you were talking about this movie. I legit thought it was about pilgrims, like it was set in pilgrim times. I'm like, so
Right,
you
it's-
just blanked out on every conversation I had about this movie.
Wow, so
So, yes, Haley,
It's
there's-
actually a bunch of pilgrims versus the world.
Yes, it's a bunch of pilgrims in a video game.
Name was Scott.
Scott, the pilgrim. His last name is his occupation. He's just so yes, no, Haley. It's not about pilgrims. But I'd have to say it's probably one of my favorite movies ever, next to Drive. If my parents are watching this,
That movie's
yes,
about walking.
yes, I know you people thought that movie was boring. But it's directed by Edgar Wright, who's probably one of my favorite filmmakers, working today.
I do like him a lot, though.
John Carpenter's also probably one of my favorite filmmakers.
Another reason why I think I liked Scott Pilgrim was I like how I could see myself in Scott Pilgrim, like the awkwardness and all that.
That's why I can relate to Michael Cera. He's just an awkward
Okay.
guy who's Scott, you're the salt of the earth.
It's like, is
thanks.
Scott
I
here?
meant you're the scum of the earth. Thanks.
Is Scott here? No.
Just jumps out the window. Actually, he just left. Are you sure? Yeah.
Probably my most favorite scene in that entire movie.
Oh, me too. Actually, no. I
Um,
think my favorite scene is the him taking the boyfriend away from his sister. It's like, dude, not again.
Oh yeah,
And then it goes- and then
his
it goes-
roommate's
yes,
gay.
And then it goes to.
This is my roommate Wallace. He's gay.
And then it goes to the next scene, and it's him and then his 2 boyfriends.
What is it? Other Scott.
Yeah.
I can relate to this movie. It's just about an awkward guy. I'm awkward. Very much. Nobody's. If you're listening to this on audio, you're not gonna see it. I winked. That's how awkward this is.
So what'd you think of the movie?
Yeah. What'd you think of the movie, Hunter?
I honestly thought it was like kind of interesting because I was expecting something completely different than what I got. Because it literally changed shifts. Like it was like some normal movie. Then all of a sudden, everybody has superpowers, and everybody's
Yeah, it really
exploding
was.
into coins.
It
And I'm
really
like,
was.
The attention to detail in this movie is really good. Like all of the ex-boyfriends, like the first guy that he beats, he's worth 1,000 points. You know, and then Lucas Lee, played by Chris Evans, he's the second one. So there's like a motif of 2 everywhere.
yeah, there's like a bunch of big names.
Yeah.
in this movie. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, you got Brandon Routh, who played Superman, and he plays the Atom right now.
Superman
And
again.
he's played Superman again. He's playing Kingdom Come Superman, where they're all old and everybody's violent.
Pretty much.
Yep, and Brie Larson's in this movie.
Oh, I forgot she was.
Yeah, she's the ex
Of Scott.
of Scott. Hello, Scott. You look like you need a haircut. Just immediately has a hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think so?
His hat.
This
The
movie
transition
is-
where he would just put his hat on.
This movie is
The
what.
continuity is amazing.
This movie has a really that's why I love Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright is a filmmaker who cares. This is a movie that has a thing that I love, which is called setup and payoff.
Another thing that I think is interesting is that they made the alternate ending.
Yeah,
where
there's
he
a
ends up with knives.
yeah where he ends up with knives. The thing in this movie, everybody but Knives is a horrible garbage person. Like, Scott's our main character, and then he has to fight a negative version of himself, and his negative version is actually a cool guy.
Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, we're going for coffee sometime.
No, we're gonna go to brunch. We got brunch next week. Oh, how did it go in there? He's actually a cool guy.
Yeah.
This movie has setup and payoff. Like, they have the weird DDR game where it's a bunch of ninjas, right? It's a bunch of
Oh,
ninjas.
yeah.
And then, at the end, where they fight Gideon, played by Jason Schwartzman from all the Wes Anderson movies. Which ones? I think all of them. I'm pretty sure all of them. He's also the cousin of
Anyways.
Nick Cage. He's also the cousin of Nick Cage.
Really?
I didn't know that.
And yeah.
But yeah, they end up like using like
Yeah, they
little
end up.
dance moves that
Yeah,
they did in
they.
the game
Yeah, what is it? He
to fight
like.
him.
What is it? He beats up a woman. He does. He throws a woman down the stairs after hitting her right in her stomach, and it's like it's like set up like the whatever the heck that game's called. We're just gonna call it DDR, Canadian DDR, because this movie's Canadian,
Yeah.
and it's just like bad, and then it's just like get ready, and then all of the the choreography is set up like DDR, Canadian.
For some reason,
Asian?
I thought you were saying DDR, and I was thinking Dungeons and Dragons.
DDR Revolution. That's not the acronym.
It stands.
Dungeons and Dragons and readings.
Dungeons and Dragons and lots of readings.
Mhm.
Read your manuals, kids. Read all if infinity of them.
I've never
Read
played.
all infinity of them because there's one released like every 45 seconds.
Good night. That's why I don't
Dungeons
play
and Dragons
Me too.
does not
Way
summon
too much
demons. It does not summon demons. I don't think. That's what the churches said. Right? Back
No, but it may summon a Demogorgon.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Gotta love it.
Or you could be like Pokemon. They're catching little demons right inside their little balls like they're slaves. That's my best reverend.
this.
Where have I heard this? It's a televised sermon from a church
About Pokemon?
about Pokemon in the 90s. Pop culture's weird.
I'd like to point out that Michael is making weird notions behind the camera.
Mike, don't mouth things at me, you weirdo. You're
Anyways.
breaking my concentration.
I think you broke your own concentration.
Don't tell me how I roll.
You roll like a rock.
Steady as a rock.
Have you seen rocks roll? Those are nasty.
I don't know. It's a song. We got way off track here.
Rock?
What else?
He's in a rock band.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll, which is the name of Mega Man in Japan.
Now I really want to understand why is it called rock and roll?
Because you rock.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're not a rock and you're not. Are you rolling on the ground? Is that where?
Well, you're rocking out, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna finish the rest of that.
Was Scott's band considered rock?
I think it was maybe alt rock.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of terrible. They did have that really one good scene because they do the Battle of the Bands, and then there's this really loud band, Crash and the Boys.
Yeah.
Is that girl a boy? Yes. And what is it? They're playing loud, and you got the lead of the band. He's just screaming really loudly, but it's subtitled.
Yeah.
What is it? One of their songs is called "Garbage Truck."
Mm-hmm.
It's just about taking a girl out on a date in a garbage truck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall for that. He's probably a
You
weirdo.
cut a hole in your sleeve.
No, that's just wear and tear, dude. It's a
He
holy
wants to
jacket.
be cool.
It's a holy jacket. I gotta wear it on Sundays.
I mean, does
badly
Skater
don't
Boy-
finger my hole.
Just-
Don't
just-
finger my
I
hole.
was gonna be like, does that not look cool?
I'm sticking your finger hole.
Because it doesn't.
We are way off track again.
Okay.
No one asked you, Michael.
Thanks, director.
I asked me.
I don't care if you. So, what else do you want to? You want to talk? Is there anything else you want to talk about, Scott Pilgrim?
I thought it was cool. I also thought it was weird.
Yeah, I liked it. But
You're
it was a
weird.
movie.
I am.
You're weird. We're all weird. Bradley's probably the weirdest.
No, that's Michael.
Yeah.
He's the special guest. Emphasis on the word
Special.
special.
So he's not special because it's in parentheses?
The parentheses are more special than he is.
Special needs.
Mike, shut up.
Oof, that's a hot topic.
That's a very hot topic. Hunter, would you recommend this movie?
I'd probably give it about 7 out of 10 stars.
Okay.
I'd give it.
I'd recommend it to be like a fun movie you want to watch. Like, if
Who would
just
you
wanna watch something
recommend?
fun,
What kind of a
yeah.
demographic would you recommend this to?
Probably those who like indie films the most.
It's got an indie feel to it.
Yeah.
It's like a big budget indie film. It's got all these. It's got the big budget actors.
Well, it obviously ain't low budget.
No. Otherwise, the special effects, the 8-bit where they integrate. What is it? 8-bit or 16-bit? I'm confuzzled.
8-bit.
Yeah, I'm confuzzled on my bits. They integrate 8-bit animation into live action really good. I mean, it does. It looks fake, but so does The Thing from 2011. I mean, that movie looks terrible.
2012.
No, it's 2011. I know my facts.
Is there a
I
movie
love
called
The Thing.
2011?
No, The Thing 2011. There's one from 82. Watch the John Carpenter
The
version.
Thing.
Don't ever touch the crap that came out in the 2000s.
He's talking about the Thing prequel.
It's a reboot. You can call it a prequel all you want. People wanted money. Bradley, would you recommend this movie to people?
I'd recommend it to maybe not the friend group I hang out with, but other people. I'd give it a 7.2.
Probably give this movie at least an 8. I would not recommend this movie to the elderly because they'll be confused and they're going to talk through the whole thing.
I don't even think they'd be able to sit through it. They'd
No.
probably just be like, why am I watching this?
Grandma, this movie's not for you. I know that's a shocking thing, but not all movies are made for everybody. If you're at least above the age of 50, and
I'm
your
sure
grandchildren
a
come over
70-year-old
and
could.
want to
I
say,
don't know, a 50-year-old might like it.
you might get confused. This movie is not for the elderly.
I mean, I would.
I'd say those born from this, like maybe the 60s and below.
Go watch Gone with the Wind again. Gone with the Wind's a pretty good movie, I'm not gonna lie. It's 4 hours long, but
I'm passing that.
pass.
Could be worse. Could be Brokeback Mountain.
Don't, I'm not gonna watch that.
All right, anything else?
I think that's it for Scott Pilgrim. I guess we're gonna take a quick break so we can get to our 80s movie of the night. Wink. So whatever this is,
Thinking about whatever it was.
whatever it was, don't say it. It's working title.
Yeah, working title.
You're gonna have to give me the theme, Haley. I'm telling you now. So our other movie is.
I mean, Lick Me podcast isn't a bad.
Don't
idea.
say it. So our other movie this evening that we're gonna talk about is from 1986. It's a really great movie. It's called Highlander.
Highlighter. A what?
Highlander.
Highlighter.
Highlander. And we have a very special guest. He's really special. Mike.
This was the guy behind the
I've got
camera.
something to say. Better to burn out than to fade away.
You weren't even on frame for the whole
They
thing.
didn't even see your
That's
face.
okay,
They just saw a big body come
Hey,
in.
that's okay.
Mike,
I'm
you
not
want to
from-
tell us about the plot of Highlander?
Hold on.
Yeah.
First introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mike.
What kind of
Mike
guy?
Wazowski.
What kind of guy are you?
I am that guy that sits in the corner.
All right. He's that guy.
He's that guy. He looks like
Yeah, he is.
he looks like Silent Bob.
All right. All right. Give us.
Give us our synopsis.
All right, so Christopher Lambert stars as Connor McLeod, a About what time period?
You're the one who
you say?
told me that you wanted to do this, and I thought you'd have all of the information.
I have most of the information.
Mike, don't cover it.
Do you want the time?
A medieval Scotsman who was wounded in battle by the one and only Kurgan, who just wants to get ahead in life.
Played by Mr. Krabs himself.
Yes, the one and only Clancy Brown gives his gravelly voice to the character. And after being fatally wounded, Connor McLeod wakes up and fails to die. He discovers...
Mike, shut up. This movie is literally about a bunch of immortal people who cut each other's heads off for funsies.
Not just
That's
cut their heads off.
That's not a good synopsis. Google it. You'll get better stuff. Use Wikipedia.
Sean Connery.
You'll get a better synopsis.
Sean Connery's also this movie, and the legit beginning of this movie starts with a voiceover that is an echo that apparently was recorded. He actually phoned it in.
In a bathroom.
Yes, in a Spanish villa bathroom.
Yes, Sean Connery.
Mike,
takes
shut
Connor
up.
McLeod
No,
under his
stop.
wing, only to later realize that he's taken on more than he can handle and eventually loses his head.
Mike, I feel like you're getting ready to tell me this Sunday about a monster truck rally.
No, I'm not going to
can
tell you
definitely see
about
why we
Sunday.
You can tell why we said special. So, yes, this movie is just basically Connor McLeod, Christopher Lambert. What else was he in? He was in that second Ghost Rider movie. He was in that second Ghost Rider movie. I know that.
Did you just say Connor McLeod like he was the actor?
No, I said Christopher Lambert.
just
Shut up, Mike. But this is about the Immortals, which are, it's legit. It's in the name. Who all fight for this thing called the prize.
Because there can be only one.
There can be only one.
Or should I say, there can be only one.
And the weirdest thing about this movie is how the power gets transferred into.
It's called The Quickening. This movie has a really great soundtrack. It's done by Queen. There is no official.
If you don't know who Queen is, it's the guy who died.
It's the guy who died from cancer.
Sadly, you can't go pick up the soundtrack for this movie.
No, you can. That's really bad. But it's all of the music is taken from the album. It's a Kind of Magic. It legit even has the songs labeled for Highlander. Even one of the song Princes of the Universe is used for the Highlander TV show.
They made a TV show?
Yeah, we were talking about
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got there was an 80s cartoon, which I don't recommend, and then there was the live-action TV series.
And the second movie is also considered one of the worst movies ever made.
Yes.
But
We're not
this-
here to talk about the
Is the
sequel.
Quickening.
Yes, this movie, I think, for what it's worth, it has a great cast.
Yeah.
All of the performances are great.
Yes.
Especially Christopher Lambert,
Yeah.
who unfortunately he has to have glasses to see, so he's technically legally blind throughout the movie.
And you can really see it some of the time.
Yeah,
He has a lot of trouble focusing.
and
on people's faces.
he's originally from France. I think he's
Oh,
from I think he's French, but he just learned English, and so his accent really helps, since he doesn't sound Scottish. But it sort of adds to the fact that he's lived for, I believe they say, 400 or 500
They've
years.
all lived an extremely long period of time. So
Sean Connery was alive, he said, for since 300 BC.
And that was the thing I wanted to point out. So Sean Connery's character is an ancient Egyptian pretending to be a Spaniard. Played by a
Scottish.
Scotsman.
My name is Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez, Chief Metallurgist to King Charles the Third,
Something or other.
the Third himself, and I am at your service. But no, Christopher
Nothing
Lambert.
quite
Christopher
like
Lambert's
writing.
accent is very weird in this movie, which helps as a man who's been alive for 500 years and who's had to adjust to all of the fads. And his accent's just a really big amalgamation.
You have 1 minute left in this ST.
All right, let's get this done in one.
This movie is not for the elderly. That's what I'm going to say a lot
We
about.
tried so hard.
Tried so hard.
This movie is great. Get the kids out of the living room, but the teenagers and all should be okay.
There's barely any blood in this movie. Elderly people won't like it because it's violent.
I give this a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Best movie. Go watch
I
it.
give this a 7.75 out of 10.
Mike, you suck balls.
No,
You ignorant little boy.
only on the weekends.
So thank you.
For joining us.
That was very quick.
Title.
We're sorry. This is lame. This is gonna be terrible. Thanks for watching / listening. We may or may not be back. Episode 1
We're not?
of 1.
A
Maybe.
working title.
Have a nice
parentheses
day.
Well, we could call it the Cinephiles on Cinema.
Cinephiles on cinema.
There you go,
You want to go do some cinema with me later?
Mike. Don't let that be the last thing that's said.
Oh, it'll be.
Stay in school, kids. Drop out and watch movies for a living.